A lot of us wish the Giants would play a day game every day. It is amazing in China Basin today. Welcome to AT Park. Fantastic day for baseball. We got some Nats fans here trying to salvage one in this series and trying to get it back to a 4-5 road trip. And if you're in that situation, who'd you rather call? Max Scherzer. He's not a ghostbuster, he's a streak buster. NFP, this is what a stopper and being an ace is all about, this thing here today.
Yeah, he's done it too many times this year, but this is what Max Scherzer is all about, stopping a losing streak. You want him with the baseball today, and we're looking for a great one from Max here today.
Yeah, last time he pitched here, pretty good. We'll show you some of that shortly. Let's talk about Michael A. Taylor. He's come alive on the road trip, and for Michael, it's been an extended period of success, but it's good to see him taking the ball to different parts of the field with power as well.
Well, it's nice to see him confident, Carp, but it's nice to see him get back to his 2017 self with the leg kick, the rhythm in his swing. He's been playing Gold Glove center field for a couple of years now, so we're not shocked by these plays anymore. But he had that foot down early thing. He was searching to see the baseball. He went back to his old swing, and you see it right there, the results last night, an opposite field home run. Hard to go the other way here at AT Park. So he's been the offense. Michael A. Taylor is coming alive, and they need him big time.
Look at this as we go back 50 starts, including the great division series he had against the Cubs. He went oppo at Wrigley Field with that grand slam. So the average, the OPS, everything piling up for Michael A. And so maybe he's one of these slow starting guys too, because last year, same deal, and then he really got it going.
Yeah, and maybe he starts moving up in the lineup. He's up there a little higher today, and maybe he gets toward the top of the lineup behind Trey Turner the way he's swinging.
Yeah, Howie Kendrick is getting the day off out of the lineup today. Ryan Zimmerman getting the day off. But you don't need too many runs for Max to win a ball game. So let's talk about what he did against the Dodgers last Friday. It's the last time the Nationals won on this trip.
Yeah, it was Friday night fights at Dodger Stadium. Clayton Kershaw versus Max Scherzer. April treat for the baseball gods. Max was better. He was fantastic last Friday. And I'm looking at the stats from Scherzer, Carp. Opponents are swinging at 41% of the first pitches he throws this year. So that's something to keep an eye on today. The Giants are going to come out swinging, but Max, with the stuff you're seeing right now, he's ready for that. He knows they're going to swing. He just got to hit his spots and locate. But he was fantastic against the Dodgers Friday, and we're hoping for the same here today.
And you can't look at the National League pitching department leaders without seeing Max all over the place at the top. Wins, ERA, strikeouts, opponent's batting average, and walks and hits per innings pitched. So Max against the Giants today. And our production crew came up with a great idea for when we bring you back. Johnny and Ray in the studio today. Max threw a complete game here last year. When's the last time you saw a complete inning of pitching on a pregame show? We're going to do that when we come back, and we think you will enjoy the Max out of it. Bank. There's no better time to act than today. PNC, make today the day. And by the hotels at BWI.com. Minutes from BWI Marshall, Amtrak, and Interstate 95. Discover the convenience of the hotels at BWI.com. What a day. It's going to be in the 60s soon. Beautiful view of AT Park. 59 right now. The Masson Speedboat enjoying some time out on the bay here. Humidity 67%. It's down, and skies are absolutely gorgeous. Trey Turner, good career success against Jeff Samardzija, a homer, 4 for 7. Defoe's got a couple of hits against their right-hander. Harper has 3, and Matt Adams is 7 for 14. So maybe some things could happen at the top of this rather changed lineup that Davey Martinez is throwing out there today in the series finale. Samardzija, 33 years of age, 2-7 career against the Nats.
Yeah, second start of the year for Samardzija. Suffered a pectoral strain in spring training, but went 5 scoreless last start on the 20th against Anaheim, giving up just 2 hits. Struck out 4, walked 4 through 80 pitches in that one. He's kind of building up his strength as he goes. We'll keep an eye on that. 2-7 with a 4.07 in 9 starts versus the Nats. The defense for the Giants today: Blanco, Jackson, McCutchen. The outfield: Crawford, Sandoval left side, Panic Bell right side, and Nick Hundley behind the plate. Austin Jackson inserted in the lineup late. And there's some more numbers on Jeff Samardzija against the Nats. Last 5 starts. All right. That's some good news to start this one up with. And the Nats and Dave Martinez's squad going to come out hacking today. I'm calling it right now.
He looks worried, doesn't he? So Scherzer trying to help the Nats break a 4-game losing streak, and the offense will have something to do with that. 12th year in the big leagues. Todd Tichenor has the plate. Alan Porter, crew chief Bill Miller. There he is. Angel Hernandez, first, second, and third. Here we go. Right on time at 12:45 out here, and the ball's popped up right side. Joe Panic is back to grab it. So Trey trying to ambush to start the game.
Terrible day here. Awful. Weather stinks. Horrible view.
Defoe. Looked like a change up, blown away. Wilmer 0 for 6 in the series. He is hitting .270 left-handed.
Yeah, Samardzija came to spring training really concentrating on his changeup and split, and that's how he hurt his pec. Takes a lot more arm speed to throw that. First time he's ever been hurt. The last time he was hurt, it was in 7th grade playing football. Remember, he was a wide receiver at Notre Dame. A good one, too, All-American wide receiver.
Career record 69 and 87. A lot of bullpen work in his career. In fact, 319 games total, 196 starts. So it's close to an even split. He tries to make a kick save on that, and it's going to buy Wilmer Defoe a base hit. I think if that ball goes through, Crawford probably gets to it, and the Nats get a deflection and a base hit.
They take it. Wilmer going right back up the middle. Samardzija with the skate save kept it close. But Wilmer just too fast. So there goes the no-hitter. Wilmer Defoe on an infield single. Almost stepped on Brandon Belt's foot. Did you see that?
Third consecutive game here, oddly enough, where Turner made the first out and the next guy got a hit. Howie twice and now Defoe. And here's Bryce, who's hitless in the series, 3 walks. He has been on base 10 games in a row, but opposing staffs have not given him much to work with, and they have severely limited the damage that he can do on this road trip. Dodgers pitched him well, and so have the Giants so far. That could be the matchup of the day right there. Adams and Samardzija. Shift on for Bryce. And that ball gets away, and Defoe heading to second.
You know, I didn't get a chance to catch up with Bryce today. But you know he knows that Samardzija was coming for him last year in that ball, right?
Exactly.
And if Samardzija didn't hit Michael Morse, he would have hit Bryce Harper going full speed. And who knows if Bryce would have played any more during the season. So I'm wondering, just kind of throwing it out there, talk amongst yourselves, if he's thinking about that. Like, this guy was hunting my head last year in that brawl.
There is no doubt about what you just said. I mean, he was trying to hurt Bryce Harper.
You'd have to ask Bryce if it's still on his mind, but I know it's on ours. This is what I'm talking about last year. Watch the collision. Samardzija coming in hot. And he hit Michael Morris and basically ended Mikey Mo's career right there. He goes head to head on a flashback crackback block.
Yeah, Samardzija's fortunate he didn't end his own career with that hit. 2-1 to Harper. Off speed, floats upstairs.
And he didn't get suspended at all. He came in with bad intentions. And as you can tell, I'm over it. Totally.
We have short memories in baseball. Harper to center. Austin Jackson camps under it. Defoe acting like he's going to tag and go to third. He will. He's there with 2 outs. Here's our AARP Take On Today player profile. It's Matt Adams takes on Jeff Samardzija today by AARP. So the matchup numbers we talked about: 7 for 14, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. He's drawn a walk and he's been struck out 4 times. And Matt looking for his first base hit in this series.
I'd say a little thing right there, medium fly ball to center field, but Wilmer tagging up and diving into third. He's trying to spark this club, just something little like that. I like the hustle by Defoe early. So does he.
Well, Samardzija's already spiked one breaking ball into the dirt for a wild pitch. He's not been able to locate his changeup.
Hey, with Max Scherzer on the mound, you can win a game right now. Right here.
In there, 1-2. Matt is a Nat, 7 for 37. Of those 7 hits, 2 doubles, 2 home runs.
Sure, you got to be on ball in the dirt alert if you're Wilmer. I'm just happy that Nats fans get to see a game today. We're not on at 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people stayed with us, but at least we're on at a reasonable hour today, and you're probably getting home from work soon.
Hope you made your boss happy today, and if you're the boss, I hope all of your employees are happy with you.
I mean, it's
inside to it too.
It's Scherz Day. You should be getting off work early.
Yeah, I like it.
Boy, look at the left side. I mean, the ground ball anywhere up the middle is a knock and a run.
2-2 now. Adams, center field. Oh, he'll hit it over the shift and put the Nationals on top. They only had the lead in this series one other time, 3rd inning Monday night on a Kendrick sac fly.
Let's do an AARP thing on somebody else too. Nice at bat, Matt Adams, line drive up the middle. And no play at the plate. That would have been close. A 1-hop line drive to Austin Jackson if Wilmer Defoe was on second. So give Wilmer credit for hustling, and Matt with a clutch 2-out knock. Nicely done.
Wow, 8 for 15, serious ownage against Samardzija with 4 RBIs now. And here's Taylor. Michael A's only faced Samardzija twice. He has a base hit. In this series, 1 for 6, but a 3-run homer last night. Seems like he's been on base more than that. You're right. He's walked a couple of times, and Nick Hundley continues to have a busy day blocking balls right out of the gate here.
Last 10 games, 6 walks for Michael A.
Yeah, that's about a month's worth for him usually.
Nice seeing the ball big. Slowing the game down. Feeling good.
Yep. 3-0 just like that.
And on top of that, Carp, he's dangerous, and pitchers know, so they're pitching him carefully.
Maybe a little further out than he wanted. If the green light was on.
I think it was.
Hey, why not? Now it'll be a first inning at bat for the number 6 man, Andrew Stevenson. Inside the Numbers, brought to you by PNC Bank. First 24 games, and we have well chronicled what the Nats have done in the first inning this year. Keep on hitting, keep on scoring. It's after that that it's been a problem.
Giants trainer's out, Bruce Bochy out. And we told you about the pectoral strain. Samardzija with 1 start before this. They must have saw something from the dugout. Either it was velocity or something he did after the pitch. I didn't see it.
Well, he's over 20 pitches already. Andrew Stevenson has faced him before, 0 for 2. And the Nats left fielder 1 for 5 with an RBI in 5 games since his recall.
He's not finishing. I think that's what they saw from the bench. He's not staying through it. Kind of cutting off his throwing motion. I don't know if he's hurting or not. He probably told them what they wanted to hear, but check it out. 12 balls, 10 strikes.
Healthy hack. Play the left-handed hitter straight away in the outfield.
This is big too. I feel like runs are doubled with Max on the mound, so 2-0 is 4-0.
Samardzija's misses have been by wide margins here. It's not like he's just missing. Now the count's even 2-2.
Well, he doesn't want to give Matt Adams a head start in a 3-2 count, so this pitch becomes big, and that guy's ready. He's pacing. Game face on, ready to rock. Thinks he's got enough runs already.
Target in, and Samardzija missed to the other side. Stevenson able to foul it.
Yeah, fastball up. Pretty good hack.
And a ball pretty well hit to left, backing up Gregor Blanco. It's over his glove. 2 runs will score. Adams in, Taylor in, 3-0 here in the first.
Huge. Absolutely huge.
Andrew Stevenson, his 3rd and 4th career RBIs at the big league level.
Almost the same pitch. He just fouled back on that hack I said was a good one. Watch this. Fastball up and away. Same pitch. This one he backed up a little bit, let it get a little bit deeper, and drove it hard to left. Turned Gregor Blanco around, short hops the fence, and Michael A on the backside. What was Max doing in the dugout? Shocking that he's into it.
Yeah, so stoic on the day in which he pitches.
That was great.
So now the Nats will send up at least 7 men. Adrian Sanchez 0 for 2 in his 18 debut last night.
Clutch knock by Andrew Stevenson. We talked about in spring training, working on the launch angle, staying on the backside, using his legs more, getting the ball in the air. He was a front foot hitter last year, and he hit that one off the backside and drove it.
The well-documented visit by Kevin Long during the offseason to his home in Louisiana. I hope that was first class, because that was worth every penny of it right there with what we just saw. Severino next if it keeps going, and you never know when Max might bat. Fastball up, swing and a miss. Top of the first over. Now the Nats have scored 28 first inning runs this year, and Max has a cushion. Takes on the Giants. They've scored the second fewest runs in the league next to Miami. Don't blame Brandon Belt. 7-game hitting streak now. And over his last 6 games, he's hit 5 homers. So he's 9 for 25 during his streak, has his batting average up to .292. Mac Williamson, a stiff neck. They had to scratch him and put Austin Jackson in the lineup, and Mac's 3-4 career in 8 starts against the Giants.
There's the arsenal. Any pitch, any time. Earned his 3rd win in a row. Last start on the 20th against the Dodgers and Clayton Kershaw. Gave up just 1 run on 4 hits in that one. Struck out 9 Dodgers. 106 pitch, 6-inning effort.
And the Giant with the best numbers against him is in the batter's box. Gregor Blanco, 3 RBIs, 5 for 9. See if the wind's going to do something with this. It's close. And trying to elude the bald dude and make a play with Sanchez.
The bald dude ran some interference there, didn't he? This was almost a collision between bald dude and third base dude. Good effort by Adrian.
Yeah, and you know, we're not giving people nicknames here. That's what they call them at AT&T Park. The elderly folks who come out and perform as bald dudes one day at a time. Pretty good mobility there. He did get out of the way, but it took a while. FP, what about this place for day games? The wind's whipping pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot like spring training, where fly balls are adventures. You got to keep your feet moving.
Good pitch by Max, had the hitter reaching, and Adams will take care of that unassisted.
All right, here's your defense for the Giants. It's your early heroes of the day: Stevenson and Adams, Taylor Harper, Turner, Defoe, Sanchez, Pedro Severino behind the plate. But I like the little things that lead to wins. I think Wilmer tagging up from second on that fly ball, diving in this third base kind of got everybody's attention.
Yeah, that play was right in front of Austin Jackson, who's a good outfielder. Joe Panik 3 for 8 this series, 2 for 8 against Max Career with a walk.
Flinch. Todd Titchener wanted to.
Panik rams one out to center. Taylor, ball actually had a little bit of slice on it, coming back to Michael A. And a couple of quick outs. Former Pirate Andrew McCutchen is next. In this series, couple of walks, 1 for 6. McCutchen 279 for the Pirates last year. Evan Longoria 261 for the Rays. And right now, of course, he's not in the lineup today. He's at 225. So a couple of their new acquisitions really off to uncharacteristic slow starts. Max with the slider misses, 2-0. That's a beauty.
He's throwing the cutter way more this year, 15%, actually more than the slider at 12%. And he's had some success with the cutter. Opponents hitting just 133 against that pitch.
Scherzer holds on to the fastball too long again. Well, Brandon Belt, hottest Giant, will step in, but maybe in this series, along with Williamson, who's hit 2 homers, the hottest guy is Buster Posey, and he's not in the lineup today, and he would normally be hitting here. Buster, an RBI, a walk, 3 for 7 against the Nats in the first 2 games. Belt 2 for 9 against Scherzer. He launches one to right. If it's fair, it's gone. And it's to the right of the pole. Foul splash. Strike 1.
Ooh. Long strike 1, and it's all it is strike 1. You know, I feel like Max fights adrenaline early in a game. He yanks the fastball across at times because he spins toward his own dugout. You see the ball on the right side of the pole for the Nats. He's so fired up to pitch. Sometimes he'll make location mistakes early with the heater.
Yeah.
Because his shoulder, his front shoulder will fly toward his own dugout, and he'll pull it across. And it's just emotion. Usually fixes it either the second inning or earlier.
Challenge fastball right in there on 0-2. Giants batting average 234, 8th in the league. The Nats 228, 11th. And these teams respectively, Nationals 10th, Giants 14th in runs. Max was about to step toward the first base dugout. Todd Titchener didn't give him the call.
But Pedro Severino might be setting up off the plate again. I mean, he hit a spot perfect.
McCutchen has a lean at first. Max has taken a couple of holds, and that's a busted bat.
Yeah, when Max is locked in, that front shoulder drives toward the target, gets on top of the baseball, and really gets that downhill drive with his upper half and the lower half too. And when he's really amped up, sometimes that front shoulder has a tendency to be a little quick, and he'll overthrow a fastball and yank it into lefties away to righties. But he knows how to fix it immediately.
Defoe well out into right field. Harper plays way out toward that deep gap. And a 1-2. Fastball up, swing and a miss. Strikeout number 48 for Max. He's in the top 2 in the league in that department. And a scoreless first after his teammates gave him 3 runs.
Runners in scoring position in the top of the first inning. That's an area in which this ball club has struggled, as we've documented over the first few weeks of the season. Davey Martinez talking about his team with runners in scoring position and the key to improving in those spots. He said move the ball, put it in play, cut down on the strikeouts in those situations. So how do you do that? Davey says have an approach to the middle of the field. Make sure you stay on the ball. And that's something we saw on both of those hits with runners in scoring position in the first, guys. Matt Adams with a hit up the middle, Andrew Stevenson the other way.
And even Wilmer Defoe's off of the spikes of Samar Jadan up the middle before that sort of kick save. So a point well taken. He had to throw 30 pitches first inning. Pedro Severino 1 for 3. Had a base hit to left in the middle of the game last night, and that is under his hands. Ball 2. Severino and then the league's best hitting pitcher on deck before Turner here in the second. At least for Max, he's been that so far. And again, he's really having trouble locating the off speed.
Yeah, it's funny when you come back for an injury, everyone's looking at velocity. Is he 100%? But it actually takes more arm strength to throw your off-speed pitches than it does your fastball. You know, you throw the fastball with your legs, and you got to get some serious arm speed with a fork ball or a slider to create that rotation or to create that torque. And you're looking at the off speed from Samardzija early, and he's not 100% with the secondary pitches.
Severino got jammed on that one. That's Brandon Crawford. Max Scherzer is 4 for 12 with an RBI, a stolen base. And he's been all around baseball player so far, and it's first 5 games. Hits one to left and he hits it well. Blanco short of the track. He was on the attack, 2 down.
I think he's tired of those Cy Youngs. He wants an MVP. Attend Nationals games whenever you want. Nats Pass guarantees admission to every home game. You can go through toll booths free, too, in May against the Yankees and Dodgers series. I made that part up. $65 a month, and you can see all the baseball you want. Go to MLB Ballpark app, so download today and start enjoying unlimited Nats baseball. Some big games coming up.
Trey Turner saw 1 pitch first time, popped up. Not that Max needs a long breather at this stage of the game, but he'd like to extend this at bat some. Nats start today 6.5 back of the Mets. The Giants 5.5 back of Arizona, who will throw Zach Godley against Steven Strasburg at our ballpark Friday night. Ball sitting right in the batter's box and it's stopped. Foul ball. Two and two. Keep Trey hanging in there now, elongating the at bat. Jeff Samardzija is going to be at least 44 pitches in the first 2 innings.
Yes, Samardzija not used to being hurt. He's a horse. 5 consecutive years with 200+ innings. And Max Scherzer, the same 5 consecutive years with 200+ innings. 2 highest active streaks in baseball.
Interesting thing about Samardzija is had only 1 winning season during that time. Now it's full, and the last thing he wants to do is walk Trey Turner with 2 outs and maybe start another rally. Here's pitch number 8 after the 1 pitch at bat in the first inning. And Turner's going to be close to the barrier on this one. That ball had some carry in the corner. It's a foul. Not that far to the right of the 309 mark where it's very cozy.
They reached out and touched that. That might have had distance to get off the wall if it was fair. That little section looks cool out there, the Alaska Airlines section. Little patio hanging out over the field. Look like they're having fun out there.
A lot of little nooks and crannies in that right side out here. Turner, another foul.
And a good foul ball section, too.
Up the middle. What an at bat. All right, Turner's aboard with 2 outs. 3rd hit of the series. He's already stolen a base and scored a run against the Giants.
He hadn't stolen second yet. What's wrong with him? Let's go. Nice at bat by Trey Turner. Fouled off a bunch of pitches away. Finally gets something with a little more plate. So that's the advantage of staying in the fight. You're hoping to get something better. You're fouling off borderline pitches. Samardzija tried to work him away, left one out over, and now here we go. See what he's got. 9 stolen bases, tied with D. Gordon and Michael A. Taylor for the lead.
I think Nick Hundley's had a whole lot of help from his pitchers. With him behind the plate, 0 for 9 against base stealers. holding, and they pitch out. Two and 0.
Right, there's the effect, right? Trying to speed up your delivery, the arm trails, and you miss up and away. And I love watching Trey as he develops into an elite base stealer. He's a rhythm guy. Watch, he's trying to get that rock back and forth to go towards second right when the pitcher picks up his foot. So he just kind of continues the lean into second base. That's how he gets his jump. See him rocking back and forth. Samardzija too quick, almost so quick he can't throw a strike.
Bryce Harper is going to do some damage in this series before the Nats leave town, you think. And Samardzija would commit a big time error by walking Defoe right here. What a jump by Taylor, or rather Turner. He was going to be safe, but he'll just be at second base now as they do walk Defoe. And if you're the Giants, look out here.
For every Nats walk here first, Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 to support boys and girls clubs of Greater Washington. The Nats have drawn 109 walks for $5,450 million. Care First encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle.
So a couple of quick outs, a 10-pitch at bat, culminating in a Turner single, a Defoe walk, and here's Bryce. Probably not expecting a first pitch curveball in the dirt.
Show them a fastball in to go soft away. See what they decide on. Seen Bryce with 2 strikes a lot this year, hit balls to left field.
Hit a home run in the first game of this trip. Now the Nats are taking Samardzija up towards 60 pitches. He's at 56 now with 2 outs in the second.
Way too many. Doing a nice job of working the count, staying in the at bat.
Quiet, worried ballpark right now. And a foul tip on a pitch up, and Bryce now 0 for 7 against the Giants at AT Park.
building in the background. And as you look at a Miller Lite today, you're going to look forward to the hold true moment later in the ball game. Might have already saw it. Who knows? A couple of clutch knocks early.
Andrew Stevenson coming up big after an Adams 2-out hit. So the lefties who don't play every day are the stars of this show. Here's Pablo Sandoval against Max Scherzer. Perfect pitch outside edge. Pablo 3 for 11 career, couple of homers against Max. And in his return to the Giants, at least this year, 6 for 30. 5 out of 20 from the left side. Oh, and that thing right into the chest of Todd Titchener, and Pedro Severino heard that behind him and was making sure the umpire wasn't going to go down.
Sounded like it got meat and not chest protector. I think that's why Pedro turned around so quick. Winged him.
Wow.
It's all right. It's his left arm. He's not using that today.
Yeah, he went. Appeal down to Angel Hernandez, and Pablo Sandoval can't believe it. I mean, it took a while for everybody to react because nobody thought Pablo went. Yeah. And I know you're not commenting on those this year, so we'll move along.
That was bad. I mean, he didn't go, but the Nats will take it.
Yeah, even you have to admit.
That was bad.
I mean, everybody just stood around before Pedro said, hey, I can throw the ball around here. Now that's a swing and a miss.
Angel Hernandez has a flight somewhere.
Brandon Crawford, 197 now. So uncharacteristic of him. Career batting average 252 before this year. Everything's a strike right now. Everything's a swing.
All right, I'm not saying anything.
He went farther than Pablo.
I want to see Pablo run out to third if those guys have words. Might want to check that out between innings.
We have controversy. Cam on the ready.
Hey, you got to stand next to the third base umpire whole game. Usually they catch you a break.
1-2 pitch. Looked like a Scherzer changeup. Hit pretty well, and Stevenson can't get it. Bounces up into the seats, and Brandon Crawford had to provide all the juice for that one, and the Giants have their first base hit.
Yeah, ball's flying that way. Look at the flags in right center. They're kind of blowing out to left. So Andrew Stevenson burned Gregor Blanco earlier, and now Brandon Crawford just touches this smooth swing by the Giants shortstop, and that ball went a long ways. When he initially made contact, I didn't think that ball was going. Max frustrated.
Runner at second, one out for Nick Hundley.
Maybe he saw the frustration, or they just want to get the signs together.
34-year-old catcher. Signed with the Giants prior to last year as a free agent, and then they re-signed him 6 days before Christmas. Hit .244 here last year. 11th year in the big leagues.
There used to be a time when players wanted to sign before Christmas. You know, get that whole thing out of the way, have a nice Christmas with your family, know where you're going next year. But the way free agency has developed.
This year they were hoping to sign before St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Ball clubs would use that too, Carp. They knew that you wanted to sign before Christmas and get a deal done so that you had all that stuff out of the way before the holidays.
Bruce Bochy. And the Giants are going to be on the board here. Crawford and Hundley with back-to-back doubles in the second, and it's a 3-1 game.
It's a big knock by Nick Hundley. My favorite Max Scherzer stat. Righties are hitting 149 against Max since the beginning of the 2016 season. So anytime a right-hander gets a hit off of Max Scherzer, it's news. 118 for 791.
Wow. Back-to-back hits against him, so rare. Coming into this game, 33 innings, 18 hits. And if I remember correctly from his first start we saw in spring training, talking about Max's numbers last year, the innings to hits were amazing. 201 innings, 126 hits. So that's the equivalent of about 9 perfect games of not giving, or 9 no-hitters of not giving up base hits. It's just such a rare thing. Then they go back-to-back doubles. But we just expect that he's superhuman every time out.
Got him set up for the slider if he wants it.
And it's Austin Jackson who's hitting .211. Not in the original lineup today, but replacing Mac Williamson. They bumped Crawford up to 6th, Hundley up to 7th, and by golly, they both hit doubles. They were supposed to bat 7th and 8th today. Behind Williamson, the big slugger. Michael A. Taylor's after this one. He got a great jump on that ball. I don't know if he forgot there was a runner at second base. Kind of eased it back to the wall, and then Hundley, seeing that, went to third. 2 down.
Yeah, ball really flying here today. You never see comfortable swings like that with 2 strikes on Max Scherzer. And I'm looking at base runners here, and I'm wondering if they pick something up. A couple of guys at second base. Never know. And that ball kind of jumped on Michael A. Taylor. I have no idea whether that's happening or not, but you saw some real comfortable swings with runners on second.
Samardzija, as FP mentioned, only 1 start this year. And that was in an interleague game, so this is his first AB. He can hack. 128 career, 3 home runs. Against Max, he's 0 for 2. You could hear the grunt, and you could hear the umpire call it strike 3. Coming up, 3 guys who were all on base in the first. Adams RBI single, Taylor a walk, Stevenson 2-run double.
Geico highlights of the first frame again. Wilmer Defoe, there goes a no-hitter. Bryce Harper flew out to right field. Wilmer hustling into third. And then Matt Adams with a 2-strike knock. Clutch, and then Andrew Stevenson heading over Gregor Blanco's head to score Michael A. Taylor all the way from first. Stevenson was thinking about 3, so there's the 3 runs in case you missed it. Geico, 15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
3 2-out first inning RBIs, and the Nats have scored 28 runs in the first inning this year. Experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer, or log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Guts, glory, Ram, and our do-ups in what they've done this series, and all resumes were enhanced in the first inning for these 3. So Adams now 8 for 38 as a Nat with 5 runs batted in. And we mentioned the ownage earlier, now 8 for 15 career against Jeff Samardzija. A lot of shiftage. Matt took his base hit right over where Brandon Crawford is stationed. Actually, that's Sandoval on the ship. Brandon Crawford stays home at short. I'd leave him there too. He's won a bunch of Gold Gloves, 3 in a row. So Pablo had to watch that one sail over his head. That's a high strike. First out, 3rd inning. Strikeout number 3 for Jeff Samardzija.
Nats are back in D.C. April 27th through May 6th. Get home late tonight, day off tomorrow. Diamondbacks in town, then the Pirates, then the Phillies. There's going to be giveaways, fun for the whole family. Weather looks nice, so visit nationals.com to get your tickets today.
Strasburg, Zach Godley, Friday night. 4 o'clock Saturday, Jeremy Hellickson, lefty Patrick Corbin, who's the only guy in the league right now near max in strikeouts. Gio and the left-hander, former Nat farmhand Robbie Ray, who's a strikeout guy as well, on Sunday. So we may see a lot of swings and misses in that series.
Let's see, what's the forecast? Let me get on my phone. Bootleg weather for you. You probably already know. Friday, well, Saturday 72, Sunday 61, 69 on Monday, 78 on Tuesday, and 84 on Wednesday. Hello, spring.
Yes.
Yay. Friday looks fine.
Michael A. drew a big walk. He's going to pull this one, base hit. Sandoval and Crawford. Taylor's going to round the bag big. Blanco gets it back in, and Michael A. now in the series 2 for 7, but it's his 5th time on base.
Why is he still on first? He hasn't stole second yet. What's he thinking? Nice hit in the hole. I'm telling you, they got a friendly competition going. They're tied at 9. Look for Michael A. to steal early here.
Well, you mentioned this earlier. Samardzija trying to slide step and quick pitch. Defoe walked him last inning. Stevenson's not going to give him time. That's in the short gap. Taylor to third easily, and Andrew Stevenson's 2 for 2, and luckily Brandon Belt for the Giants there to pick up that errant throw from center field. Have a day, Andrew Stevenson.
A nice swing, better read by Michael A. Taylor. Little inside out swing, nicely done. And watch Michael A. go right in Austin Jackson's face. Jackson with the high throw. Got a little weird there for a second, but good aggressive base running by the Nats and Michael A. Taylor. Stay hot, Andrew Stevenson. Tell you what, Dave Martinez is looking for a left fielder, and Andrew Stevenson's making a case right now.
Well, always an advantage when you're a left-handed batter. Safety squeeze. Taylor now coming home, but he came late, and Samardzija waited and waited before he made the throw. Wow, that was interesting. Hundley tossed it to Sandoval. The ball hit Taylor. Pablo caught it and tagged him. What in the world? Crazy play. Runners end up at first and second, 2 outs.
You know, in Michael A. Taylor's defense, the way we're going to look at this, it looks like he had it. But he can't tell if that's right back to Samardzija or a little off to the right. If he keeps going there, I think he might have beat it just because Samardzija had his back to the play, sort of. But in his perception of it, it looked like it was a little more back to Samardzija than it was. What a play by Samardzija.
Yeah.
Would have been close at home, but I think because he had a head of steam, he might have snuck in there.
That ball hit Michael Lay in the back, rolled down his shoulder. Sandoval caught it and tagged him out. So 1-2-5 on the bunt fielder's choice. Nats have already cashed in 3 runs with 2 outs. Severino popped up to short his first time, and he's behind here. He gets jammed and pops it up again. This one further out. Austin Jackson, and the Nats had the inning come to an end quickly. They've stranded 5 already.
I would say that kid's what, about 12?
He's too old for school.
Maybe Danny Espinosa showed up at the game today. I'm not sure. Kids, celebrate opening day, April 29 at the ballpark. Danny's here. Junior Nats Kids Club joins Screech and all of his mascot friends celebrating his birthday. It's Screech's birthday. How old is he now? 47? First 10,000 kids ages 12 and under receive a fidget spinner. If that doesn't get you, nothing will. It's presented by the Potomac Nationals. Tell your parents to go to the website and buy tons of tickets right now. Kids opening day. There he is, Danny Espinosa. Nice to see you, Danny. Shaved this morning.
Top of the order.
I think he had a Bryce Harper jersey on.
Bottom of the third. Blanco against Scherzer. Showing bunt, and it's foul. First 2 innings for Max. Great ratio of control. 34 pitches, 27 strikes.
Good location. Little arm side run on this 93. Mercedes going to show you a swing and a miss.
This one slapped out to center, got some distance. Taylor keeps drifting with it. 399 straight away, and he caught it maybe 4 to 5 feet in front of that marker.
Well, you don't think of this as a hitter's ballpark, but the ball is carrying today to center and to left, and we don't know about right yet. I don't think anyone's hit one over there.
Joe Panik lined out hard to Taylor first time.
Well, I guess Brandon Belt hit that foul home run, so maybe it's carrying everywhere.
Yeah, flags would indicate what you were talking about, right to left. Those are the ones that really give you a look up top that huge, tall center field scoreboard structure. Stevenson waiting for this one. I don't know if they designed it that way, but those flags, the highest ones out there, are higher than the grandstand here, so they may give you a good reading on what the wind's actually doing way up there. So a couple of quick ones here. McCutchen in the way of Scherzer's getting up to the plate to lead off the next inning. McCutchen walked first time up. 4 for 23 career against Max with a home run, 3 RBIs, and he really jams the plate. Scherzer with 93 cutting for a strike. That's perfect at the knees. So 13 strikeouts against Max Scherzer now. 1, 2, 3, and that could set him up for a deep into the game outing today. Single digit pitches for Scherzer in that inning. He threw 9. All-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals.
Boy, if brakes go out on that thing, you are in trouble.
You better be in a RAV4 if the brakes go out. 3-6-0 Nats, 1-2-0 Giants. There's Max. First pitch swinging first time, and he lined out to left. Rather deep.
4-game hitting streak on the line.
Left side, Pablo Sandoval. Trey Turner, base hit last time. Dan has more.
Bob, we've talked about how Trey Turner's walk total is up this year from where it's been in the past. There's a reason for that. He's not chasing as many pitches outside the strike zone. Here are Trey's numbers, his chase rate over the last 3 years, and you see the improvement there, swinging at fewer pitches out of the zone. I talked to Trey about that briefly earlier on today. I said, what's going on there? He said, I'm swinging at fewer balls. So he's got that going for him.
Which is nice.
Cutting down on swinging at pitches out of the strike zone. 15 walks. Just out of the top 10 in the league. Had him reaching. The race is on. Sandoval cuts it off. Safe. That's how Trey Turner steals base hits. And he's 2 for 3.
I'll tell you what, as soon as Pablo Sandoval took that extra step, I thought to myself, put it in your pocket. No way you're getting Trey Turner. A slow roller to begin with, but watch the Panda just take a little bit. Well, I guess he did it as fast as he could, looking at the replay again. But this ball, yeah, there was a little extra step in there, and Trey was flying. No contest. 2 for 3.
All right, here's Defoe. There goes Turner. First pitch and a little bit of a double pump. And that just got Turner in there. He's 10 for 10. Nick Hundley's throw ended up right on target.
It was close. Bruce Bochy's holding up play right now. They might check it out. We'll check it out together. Quick little tag in there. Did Crawford get him on the first try right there? No, he's safe. This will give us a real good look, you'd think. No challenge. He's in there, 10 for 10.
John Miller would say safe. 19 for 19, Turner and Taylor.
Oh, that was closer than I thought with that look.
So here's Defoe, who took on that first one. That's in the dirt, and the count's even 1-1. Well, the top 2 guys in the order have been on base 4 times. The 4, 5, and 6 guys have been on 5 out of 6 times. The Nats just need a couple of hits to bust through, get the big lead, and make this a laugher, which just hasn't happened that much this season. Read something this morning where the Nationals have had the most base runners of any team in the National League this year, but they've also stranded the most runners.
So glass half full would say they're getting them out there.
Yeah.
Glass half empty would say we don't care what you think.
3-1. And you know who's on deck?
He's due.
Or should I say, you know, due. Yeah.
He's due. Big guy's due. But he's the big guy now that Jason's gone.
High strike call. Defoe was getting out of there, but Todd Tichenor's been calling that at the letters today. Right-hander Pierce Johnson. Defoe, little chopper left side, took that extra hop. And as Defoe's thrown out, Turner just cruised over to third. Pablo's had a busy inning.
Well, Bryce should see something to hit based on the numbers we told you. Matt Adams versus Jeff Samardzija. Matt has serious ownage on Samardzija. So good news for Bryce. He should see something here.
Fly ball to center, swinging strikeout.
The book today from Samardzija to Harper has been fastballs in. He's trying to swing the fastball back.
Yeah. Everybody else has been junking him away.
Yeah.
In there again. 2-0.
Fastball in, fastball in.
And some umpires behind home plate unhappy.
Better get it in there. or else the ball could get wet.
77 of them in the history of this yard. Fair. 3-0. And Trey Turner coming down the line just in case. And they will not even bother to throw ball 4. Bryce Harper walks for the 31st time.
Nailed that call, and he'll get something to hit, didn't I?
Well, pick your poison, Jeff Samardzija. Here's a guy who's hitting 500 against you.
With some damage.
2 homers, 4 RBIs, 8 for 16 Adams, including a 1 for 2 today. Shift on. He's up there hacking.
Got a good pitch.
On this shift with 2 outs, and maybe it was over Crawford's head back in the first inning. Same hitter, same situation, and Crawford is the guy to the right of second base as Pablo Sandoval stays home at third. Runner going, Harper, no throw. And Trey didn't fall for the fake, and Bryce Harper now 3 for 3.
Be a huge knock now. Huge.
See how the count goes. I might tell you if they want to mess with Adams at all here. 1-1 now. Inside, ball 2. Even though he's hot, there's a right-hander on deck. '85 pitches for Samardzija. 2 outs, 4th inning. Matt Adams to right. See you later. 4 RBI day, and the Nats lead 6-1. How about some of these plug-ins to Davey Martinez lineup today?
That was huge. I mean, the big hits the Nats have been wanting on this whole road trip have happened today, and both of them have been by Matt Adams. Andrew Stevenson too, but the Bryce Harper effect. I mean, I thought they might try to pitch to Bryce just because Matt Adams, who's now 9 for 17 off Jeff Samardzija with 3 homers, was on deck. They chose Adams. He made him pay. A big hug from Bryce. 6-1 Nats. Let's look at it again.
Take that sound of commercial. After 3 2/3, 8 hits, 6 runs, Michael A. Taylor against Pierce Johnson here, and that's a big curveball. Nats face this right-hander, 26 years of age for the first time. Originally drafted by Tampa Bay. And a waiver pickup by the Giants from the Cubs last September. One game out of the bullpen for Chicago last year, and this is his 9th with the Giants. Taylor, a walk, a run, and a base hit. Chopper left side. Crawford has to go bare hand, and that's why that guy's won 3 straight Gold Gloves, among other things he can do. Great inning for the Nats. Turner hit, Harper walk, Adams. See you later.
With another big blow against Jeff Samardzija, let's look at it again. It's your 4th drive of the game. Look where the fastball is, right down Broadway. And he knew what to do with it. Check out the stat castification all over it. 103.1, 25 degrees, 365 feet, and a 3-pointer for Matt Adams. Heard your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs. Kyle Schwarber hit one yesterday against the Indians. It looked a lot like that. Only his was 117 miles an hour.
Wow.
But they both count the same.
Brandon Belt, bottom of the 4th. Scherzer struck him out, swinging, ending the 1st. And he slides that one under his bat, 1-1. And by the way, worthy to note that Matt Adams last year, 31 games for St. Louis, 100 games for Atlanta. So about a month short of a full season work. He hit 20 homers and drove in 65 and hit .319. Defoe 2 Adams, 1 out.
I remember Matt doing his fair share of damage against the Nats, so it's nice to have him wearing the curly W this year.
OPS 858 last year. Slugged over 540. Guy can flat out hit. There's Pablo, struck out swinging first time. Sort of. Goes the other way. Diving Sanchez can't get to it. Sandoval with his 7th hit of the year for the Giants in 32 at bats. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons. League of leaders. So the Nats starters ERA under 3.5. The overall staff ERA 4.14. So the starters pretty much doing their jobs. First in Ks, 3rd in opponent's batting average, and walks, innings, or hits per innings pitched, 3rd lowest. And as Jeremy Hellickson gets stronger and stronger, I think that starting five is just going to keep getting better.
Well, he was money last start against the Dodgers. You know, when he came third time around, gave up a couple of hits, but I was super impressed. I mean, with what he featured against the Dodgers on Sunday night. The Nats have a legit fifth starter now. It's fun to watch. He can pitch.
Crawford double over the head of Stevenson last time. Looks like Andrew might be playing a step or two further out. As FP has noted, that from 399 way over to the left, the lively part of AT&T Park today for fly balls. Adams just crushed his right through any traffic that might have been on the right side.
Ouch.
Nats staff doesn't get a lot of ground balls. Nationals have turned the fewest double plays in the National League. 14 in 25 games. They have a staff. Of course, the first two guys up there, power pitchers, strike a lot of people out. Gio strikes out a lot of guys. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Number 5 for Max.
Just challenged him with the heat. Not a lot of location right down the middle, and he didn't think Crawford could catch up to it. Almost looked like Brandon Crawford was thinking about something soft there. Emergency swing. Strikeout by pitch type. 31 times he struck out hitters with the heater.
So Max now 52 Ks on the year, jumped ahead of Patrick Corbin, Saturday's Arizona starter at Nationals Park for the league lead. When he struck out McCutchen to end the third inning, Max made it to 2,200 career strikeouts. Hundley turned on him first time. Severino thus setting up away. That one had so much run onto it. It was opposite side of the plate, but boring in on the right-handed hitter. Swing and a miss. So is he starting to stalk? We're through 4. Max has a big lead. 6 Ks on the day. Nats lead 6-1. From Marin County right down to San Fran. Minor league insights from PNC. No better time to act than today. PNC make today the day. Rafael Bautista called up yesterday. Just turned 25 on March the 8th. Signed with the Nats at the age of 19. So his minor league career, it's been a while, over 5 years. Last year he got 25 at bats with the Nats in 17 games, 4 hits, and he's a good outfielder. What a day for a boat ride.
They don't even have the sail up.
Off the glove of the shortstop Brandon Crawford, and Andrew Stevenson is in the midst of his best day in the major leagues. 3 for 3.
Yeah, Monday night was Metallica night, but today Andrew Stevenson is the hero of the day. The big knock in the first inning, couple of singles. Swing looks nice. Foot down early. Staying on the backside. Another line drive off Brandon Crawford's glove. Nice swing. Hero of the day.
So tie that together for me.
That's a Metallica song. Hero of the day.
Okay, very good.
I wouldn't expect you to know Metallica, but that's all right.
I know a little bit about them.
You're a vintage rock guy. We listen to classic rock in the booth all the time together.
Yes, we do.
But you're more of a 70s guy and an 80s guy. But so am I.
I'm more 60s, 70s.
40s and 50s.
No, that's too.
20s.
So Sanchez, first pitch bunting last time. Andrew Stevenson goes from 1 for 5 to 4 for 8 and 3 at bats. 2-1. Sanchez all in on a 2-0 pitch, but it was moving away from Pierce Johnson. Then the fastball in. How about the next 5? D-backs for 3 of those. Strasburg, Zach Godley, Friday night, 4 o'clock Saturday. Hellickson, Corbin. Patrick, a lefty, who's striking out guys. Gio and Robbie Ray, lefties on Sunday. And then the Pirates and the Phillies for a very entertaining home stand.
We should start picking hero of the day after. You know?
Cool.
Pick one player who influenced the outcome of the game in a positive manner.
I'd have a hard time picking between Adams and Stevenson right now.
Right.
Maybe Matt because of the RBIs, but Andrew, that huge hit in the first inning, really got everything going. That's off the mound up the middle. Stevenson's going to stop at second base. And the Nats are getting offense up and down the lineup today. Adrian Sanchez, first base hit at the big league level this year. So Severino, the number 8 man, 2 on, nobody out. Scherzer on deck.
You bunt him over here for Max?
Normally you would scoff at the idea.
He's asking his manager what he wants him to do in whatever scenario presents itself, but he's got
a look out, Giants.
He's got a hitting streak on the line. In case you're wondering, Wilbur Cooper for the Pirates in 1924 was a pitcher, and he had a 16-game hitting streak. That's the record.
Wilbur Cooper.
Yeah.
How about that?
Will Coop. Fastball, slider change. Fastball average 92. He threw it 62% of the time.
Always great to hear about things that happened before the StatCast era.
Johnny Sane, as you look at the pitch again on the Mercedes-Benz PitchCast, had a 14-game hitting streak.
Warren Spahn's buddy.
1947.
Well researched.
Thanks. I could read an email.
Front door on that one, and I mean Severino just reached out and barely touched it. Look at Stevenson going to third. Both runners move up. Nats are playing some great baseball today. Swinging it and running it. A productive out as it turns.
Well, I like it because now it gives Max a chance to either safety squeeze Stevenson home with a bunt to first base, which you think might be coming here, or swing away. But Severino just reached out and touched this deep to left field. Stevenson, who's all over the place today, tags up, advances to third. Sanchez read it on the backside, and now Max has a chance to put this one on ice, or at least
love this baseball.
Make it look that way.
Max 1 RBI in the year. Infield in. Good runner at third. No signs of squaring, and Brandon Crawford picks it off. Right now, Brandon Crawford's the difference in this game being 6-1 or maybe 8-1. The way he's made some plays at short. 2 down. It's up to Turner. And Trey has 2 hits in a row. It's really interesting. The Nats have so totally shut down the crowd here. We can hear a lot of chatter on the infield, and guys from the Nats dugout encouraging guys out on the base paths. That's right off the top of the barrel. 0-2. Target in. Kind of missed up and away, and Trey able to bump it straight back. Ten opportunities already with runners in scoring position. Looking to go inside again. And again, Johnson throws it to the other side of the plate.
What's 10 stolen bases in 24 games? What kind of pace is that? I mean, he's on a pace well over 100, right?
Well,
around 100.
10 in 24 games, so that's a little less than 1 every 2 games, so that 80 or so, but he can pick up that pace.
Like I said, 80 or so. Seems like, I mean, you remember the fast kid in Little League that just stole without a throw all the time?
Yeah.
The one today was the closest one so far.
Nick Hundley put quite a throw on that bag. 1-2.
And the part I like is he doesn't just run crazy. He picks good pitches. He really works on his leads. He does his homework on the video and the moves. Seems like he runs at the right time, doesn't force it ever. He's not just brain dead stealing out there. He's got a great idea.
And to the right side, an RBI hit. In fact, it's going to drive in 2. Stevenson followed by Sanchez. And the Nationals continue to hurt the Giants. I've got every RBI coming with 2 outs today, and it's 8-1.
Well, another 2-strike knock with 2 outs. Another good at bat by Trey Turner, and this one moves to 8-1. And I was talking to a few of the Nats coaches the other day about the up by 5 after 5. Do you still steal? And they said in today's game, with the way the bullpens are and the way teams come back, that they're still going to run, and they're not afraid to ruffle a few feathers. So I wouldn't be surprised up by 7 if you see Trey go here if he gets a chance.
Yeah, that was a question in my mind as soon as we wrote down the base hit. Still just the 5th inning, but it is a 7-run lead.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, that old rule, up by 5 after 5 you don't run, is no longer the case in baseball. You got to pour it on nowadays.
And Defoe out to left. That thing's going to carry. It's going to put Blanco on the edge of the track. Wow. 2 more for the Nats, and they have been 2 out lightning bat swingers today.
Today, he's done it with a variety of pitches. Watch Pablo Sandoval, clearly went. That was a full swing, no doubt. And then the fastball to Jeff Samardzija away. Fastball up to Andrew McCutchen. That was strikeout number 2,200 of Max's career. Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $44 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season.
We go bottom 5. We'll have Austin Jackson, then Kelby Tomlinson hitting for the pitcher, and then Gregor Blanco, 8, 9, and 1.
So I was wondering during the break, what 2,200 strikeouts is to a pitcher, maybe in relation to a hitter getting hits. And the truck helped me out big time. 16 pitchers in the history of baseball have struck out 3,000 batters. Smoltz is number 16 with 3,084. 31 hitters have 3,000 hits. So kind of give you an idea. That was a pretty big milestone by Max.
He is well on his way. Let's put it in numbers. So look out, Jake Peavy, Jim Palmer, Tommy John,
and Eddie walked the plank.
He will soon. Austin Jackson, fly ball to center.
Tommy John had that elbow problem, didn't he? Late in his career.
Yeah. And then pitched about half his career after the operation.
Right.
It was unbelievable, Tommy's longevity. In there, and Austin Jackson knew it. There's number 7 for Max. Now has 54 strikeouts this year with 8 walks.
Stalking, and he's in a rhythm. Watch the changeup. And that's how he gets through lineups 3 times, giving you a different look. It seems like he goes to the changeup late. That's been the MO later in his outings.
Kelby Tomlinson for the Giants. And Josh Osich up earlier, and he'll take over as they pinch hit for Pierce Johnson here. Kelby Tomlinson, 27 years of age. Played some JUCO ball before he went on to Texas Tech and drafted by the Giants in the 12th round 7 years ago. 292, 258 his last 2 years in the big leagues, playing part-time. And a couple years ago when Joe Panik was hurt, he hit 303 in 54 games. Against Scherzer, Tomlinson 1 for 3.
Through his career, Max through the order: first time 207, second time 234, third time 235, and the OPS real similar: 627, 679, 674.
Fastball rides to the inside edge.
Yet to get to the Giants the third time, but you know, all the talk in today's game about pitchers facing lineups 3 times, you're looking at a guy who has earned the right, the reputation, has the resume to do that. Max Scherzer.
And a 1-out walk. Sometimes people tell you things in this game and they stick in your mind forever. I happen to have the honor to host a show at Cooperstown in 1990 when Joe Morgan and Jim Palmer, who we just saw in the graphic, were inducted. And I remember Palmer saying that day he felt his greatest accomplishment as a pitcher in the major leagues was getting hitters out the 3rd and 4th times around in the batting order. He didn't talk about the strikeouts, all the other stuff. The ability to get guys out who've seen you a couple of times already that very day.
Well, the reason that's a big stat in all the talk, Carp, is as a hitter, by the 3rd time I go up there, I got a pretty good idea. Release point, movement on pitches, what you did to me to get me out. Maybe I eliminated some pitches the first couple of times by hitting the ball hard. So getting through an order, you have to fight that and fatigue. You know, let's not forget this isn't a video game. So 3rd time through, you've seen everything I've got, and now you're fighting the fatigue factor on top of it. So there's a lot of things that go into getting through an order 3 times. You got to have the arsenal, and Max has 4 or 5 pitches to do that, show you different looks. You have to have the knowledge on what a hitter might be looking for. But from a hitter standpoint, Carp, I always felt like if I face a guy 3 times, that 3rd time up, I better have a solid at-bat. Not necessarily get a hit, but I better have a really decent game plan and be able to barrel something up based on what has happened the first 2 at-bats.
1 on 1 out here, 0-2 count. Jammed him, pop-up, over to have a look. Sanchez, and the fan reaching out didn't bother him at all. 2 down. Another thing, FP, I find kind of fascinating is that a pitcher like Scherzer and all those great guys we've talked about in the past, they have to find out early in the game how to manage their game in those first couple of innings so that they're simply around later to do all those things you talked about.
Yeah, Max usually sits at 92 early and reaches back for 95 late if he needs it. But he gives you a different look. 3rd time around, he's showing the change up more.
There's Joe Panik.
If you're a 2-pitch pitcher, Carp, getting through a lineup 3 times is difficult. You know, a 3-pitch pitcher even. But when you have 4 weapons at your disposal, and I think Max has 5 with the cutter this year that he's using more.
Seeing a lot of guys late for the heater now in the middle of the game. Max had a 9-pitch 3rd inning, a 12-pitch 4th inning, and trying to get this one into the 6th. And oh, by the way, 3, 4, 5 are due up. Chopper right side. Adams cradles it to the bag, and Max Scherzer very good through 5. So 3 is Harper, 4 is Adams, and 5 is Taylor. Quite a day for the Nats with Harper fans in the ballpark. Curly W's here in San Fran. Understanding what's important. It's our M&T Bank due up. So Bryce now 11 games in a row on base. They walked him 2 innings ago. Matt Adams now has 3 home runs and 2 doubles among his 9 hits. And Michael A. Taylor continues his consistency. Walk and a hit today. Left-hander Josh Osich, and Harper will check in with a base hit. Bryce thinking 2 until McCutchen stops him. Rounds the bag, and he's got his first knock of this series.
Boy, he's thinking about it, wasn't he? Saw McCutchen kind of laying back on this, going toward the line. He was thinking about 2. So first pitch slider, it looked like. Bryce with a nice swing. Nice balance and hustling around first. I like it.
First career hit in 5 at bats for Bryce against Josh Osich. 29 years of age. Native of Boise, Idaho. Who pitched collegiately at Oregon State. Kobe Tomlinson stays in to play second base for Joe Panik, so he gets the rest of the day off. And the Giants pitcher is batting in the number 2 spot. Front door breaking ball. Matt Adams kind of likes this guy too. 2 for 4 with an RBI against Osich.
Yeah, Josh has fastball, cut fastball change, it says here on Fangraphs.
Keeping it down. So Adams gone for the first out, 6th inning.
And I called him Josh all last year, and I'm calling him Josh all this year. I am staying away from his last name. There's a box score for you. Trey Turner having a day, Andrew Stevenson having a day, and so is Matt Adams. A lot of good things to talk about. What do you like as your hero of the day?
6th inning, it may take another at bat or 2 to figure it out. The way these guys are going.
Start thinking about. We'll go over it in the 9th. Maybe we'll start doing this every night, if I can remember. Which is asking a lot.
And the 0-1 to Michael A. Osich right now sneaking the ball by guys. Michael A. 0 for 1 against the lefty. All right, there he is. And Stevenson has faced this guy 0 for 1.
Angel Hernandez is at third saying, "Ask me."
If they appeal a right-handed batter down to third base, we're all in trouble.
He went.
Ask me. You borrow one of those shirts from our stadium personnel over at Nationals Park. They say "ask me," trying to help out our fans all the time. Oh boy, day baseball, beautiful day. Our club scoring some runs. And a 1-2 to Michael. Reaches out, taps it left side. No chance at first. I'm surprised Tomlinson threw it. Harper retired and 2 down.
It is time for Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. What is it today? Young Andrew Stevenson having the game of his young career, right? First time up, the big double with 2 outs in the first. Then the lousy single to left. And then how about another lousy single up the middle? So Andrew Stevenson having a big day, looking for his first 4-hit day as a big leaguer.
In the dirt and down to second, Taylor. So he'll advance on the wild pitch. His approach all day has been the other way. The other way it goes. This one near the line. Blanco on foul ground, hit the mound, slowed down, and did not get to the ball.
I think Gregor Blanco was worried about the mound. We told you earlier in the game, Mac Williamson scratched because he went over that mound last night, hit the wall hard. He had a stiff neck today, late scratch, and I think the way Blanco was running right there, it was with caution in an 8-1 ball game, as not to be like his buddy who ran into that wall with padding on last night. There's Mac.
You know, and if you figured if they could take the mounds off the field at Wrigley, they could probably do it anywhere, but they don't have anywhere to put them in this ballpark. You know, Wrigley, that wall's high enough in the outfield. They were able to build bullpens underneath the bleachers out there, but I don't know about here. Hey, there's a 4-for-4 day out to center field for Stevenson, digging for his second extra base hit. 9-1 Nats. And now Stevenson and Adams have combined to drive in 7 runs.
I'll tell you what, I watched the first base dugout as Andrew slid into second. They went nuts. Second double of the day for Andrew. 4th hit of the day. Another RBI. I'll tell you what, there's something about a young player having a day that'll light up a ball club. And I watched the first base dugout, and their reaction was like he had the game-winning hit. They're all on the top step, hands in the air, everybody going crazy. And why not? What a day for Andrew Stevenson. He's my hero of the day. I'm calling it right now.
The Nats have 9 runs on 13 hits. Ball 1 to Sanchez. Base hit off the mound for him up the middle last time.
I'm telling you, it's been Moises Sierra. It's been Matt Adams. And he got a chance today. His skipper gave him a chance, and he took advantage of opportunity with 4 hits. He's saying, hey, I want to play some left field, skipper. Put me in there. I wouldn't be surprised if you see him Friday unless the Diamondbacks have a lefty going.
You got lefties going Saturday and Sunday. And Zach Godley, right-hander, Friday night. And the fastball. Good take by Sanchez. Counts in his favor, 2-1.
But we were talking before the game, doing our lineup cards. This team needs a spark. There's something to get them going. You're looking at the spark right there.
This one well placed to left field. Stevenson around third, and the Nats lead 10-1. Sanchez checking in with his second base hit. Well, Dan Kolko now has some genius thoughts on today's lineup, huh?
Bob, a lot of Nationals regulars not in the lineup today. Ryan Zimmerman a day off, Howie Kendrick a day off. So people watching at home might think, yeah, you know, not a lot of confidence in this lineup. Davey Martinez totally the opposite, obviously. He looked at his lineup as he was talking with reporters today, said, I like this lineup a lot. All of these guys are big leaguers, and I have faith in all of them that they can come out and contribute, and they're doing that today.
Only the second time the Nats have been in double-digit runs. First time was Game 2, Saturday, March 31st, a 13-7 win at Cincinnati. Guess who had a 3-run homer that day? Matt Adams.
Hey, you're in a big league uniform on a big league field. You're a big leaguer.
Yep.
Whether you're the 25th guy on the roster or Bryce Harper or Max Scherzer, you're a big leaguer. And every manager in baseball should have that confidence in his bench, because if he doesn't, why even have him in the big leagues?
There's Severino. So every Giants pitcher has given up runs. Starter Samardzija 6, and the relievers Johnson and Osich now 2 each. This one a mile high. There's some sun and breeze to deal with, and Brandon Crawford knows how to handle this ballpark. Another big inning for the Nats, and Andrew Stevenson, the man of the match.
Happy in this ballpark today. Star Wars Day is back at Nats Park Saturday, May 5th. Sean Doolittle hit left-handed with a lightsaber for you. First 10,000 fans will take home a pair of Han Solo Boba Fett socks. So you got that going for you, which is nice. That's courtesy of Stance. Use the Force to visit nationals.com where you find the tickets that you're looking for. Sean Doolittle looks hitterish right there. He does.
He looks menacing to me. Max Scherzer back to work.
No, he's in right field.
So he's now thrown 73 pitches, and he's missed with a grand total of 17. Amazing ratio here. Giants have one hit since the second. McCutchen, a walk in the first, swinging strikeout. Max number 2200 in the third.
I mean, a long way to go in this game, but the Nats haven't had any laughers this year, really.
Yeah, that 13-7 game in Cincinnati was not guaranteed until the very end.
That got weird late.
Swing and a miss. Scherzer goes for a walk. Strikeout number 8. McCutchen twice. Mercedes-Benz pitch cast.
I mean, don't you like it? He's pitching like it's 2-1. Fastball away and he's stalking. He's got the briefcases out. Perfect location on the heater. Not a whole lot you can do with that.
Brandon Belt strikeout, ground ball to Defoe in right field where he is right now. Powder River right there, just fastball. Here it is. So back-to-back hits, both doubles. Second inning for Crawford and Hundley for their only run, and Pablo Sandoval's base hit through the hole left side, the only other. That was in the fourth. Max has walked a couple, pitched around those.
Powder River is in Yellowstone.
When you're facing Max Scherzer, you feel like you got to hit a ball out of Yellowstone Park and get on base.
375 miles long in northeastern Wyoming, in case you're wondering.
Who is this new research firm of yours? That
Powder River. All you kids at school, go tell your teachers you learned something new watching the Nats game. Powder River.
I know the Snake River's up there too. 3-1. Look at that fastball. Powdered to the outside edge.
You know, something to think about, that hit for Andrew, his fourth hit was off a lefty. That might even get him in there against the lefty.
Impressive day. Yeah, there's playing time available in left field for whoever gets hot. That day in Cincinnati when the Nats scored those runs. Brian Goodwin hit the grand slam that day. 3-2. Good battle between a hot hitter and a great pitcher. Belt running out of opportunities to get his hitting streak to 8 games. And he hits one high in the air, deepest part of the ballpark, and hits at the base of the wall. Bryce gets it on a hop, heading for third. They overshoot the cutoff man, and there is an 8-game streak for Brandon Belt. That's a homer anywhere in the big leagues except here.
Pretty good battle between these two. This time, Brandon Belt gets the victory. I think that was a cutter down and in. He just dropped the barrel on it. That's where he likes it, down and in. I think Max wanted that more off the plate. And Belt with an easy triple.
First of the year for him. Runner at third, 1 out, and Sandoval the hitter. Pablo went the other way first time and got one between Sanchez and Turner. So where that ball landed, he hit it right at 420. Look at the Nats now, 14 runners in scoring position opportunities today, and they've done very well. And just the fourth for the Giants here.
It's a lot of traffic.
It sure is.
14 men in scoring position.
There's not been a 1-2-3 inning today with Washington batting. And a 1-1. Sandoval reaching and stays alive.
He'll chase low with 2 strikes. He'll chase high with 2 strikes. Pretty good eye, east and west, in and out.
10-1 Nationals, bottom of the 6th. Scherzer 2 pitches short of 90.
Too high.
You can kind of hear when Max reaches back for a little extra. Good economy today. Last 2 innings have taken a while. First inning did. He really cruised 3rd, 4th, and 5th to get to this point. Sandoval to right, and there's nobody anywhere near that one. Bryce was playing way out by the gap. And the Giants, for the second time today, will have back-to-back extra base hits. It's now a 10-2 game. One out, Crawford the hitter.
That should get a little action going in the Nats bullpen. We'll see. Max threw 106 last start against the Dodgers, but I feel like there was a lot of redlining early in that game.
Yeah, that was part of our conversation. There's another foul that just gets Todd Tichenor. He's been hit hard twice today.
That might have got him where you don't want to get got.
Crew chief coming in, Bill Miller from second base, Alan Porter from first.
Tough one to shake off. Hopefully he's okay. How about a promo while Todd Tichenor is wreathing in pain? The Peanuts open up a Mayos, yeah, with a 6-gamer. Steven Strasburg Kentucky Derby jockey bobblehead giveaway. That sounds amazing. Victor Robles Little League t-shirt giveaway on Sunday. All kinds of great stuff, and Todd Tichenor is fine. Here we go. Easy for me to say.
All right. So a runner at second, 1 out. The count is 0-1 to Brandon Crawford. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I mean, my point about Mac's last start is it was a big start, right? Dodger Stadium, Clayton Kershaw. First inning, gave up a first pitch, knocked, and hit a batter. Had the really red line to get through that. So it was 106 pitches, but I feel like there was a lot of high stress pitches in that one.
Did he go? Even the home plate umpire won't need an appeal this time. Titchener punches out Crawford. Strikeout number 9 for Max, with Nick Hundley next.
Starting to growl a little bit.
Hundley RBI double and a swinging strikeout. Severino sets a great target and didn't have to move an inch. Strike 2.
You don't look at velocity for fatigue. You look at command, and right now Max's command's still there.
That's a good point. Upstairs with this one, and then it's a slider that gets away. Interesting. Usually if you see a target like that, it's a fastball, but that wild pitch will put Sandoval on third. And the count 1-2. Right now it's all about the pitcher batter matchup. Nats by 8. And there's number 10 on the day. So numbers 9 and 10. Actually 8, 9, and 10. So 68 times in his career, Max Scherzer double-digit strikeouts. He's done it again. Produced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals. And if you do it, we'll make you drive Lombard Street 10 times. We slowed him down today on the world's crookedest street in San Francisco. Gorkys Hernandez will take over in right field. Straight up switch to give McCutchen the rest of the day off. So we'll see if Max can keep that hitting streak going. 0 for 3 today. Fly ball to left, pretty deep. Pulled a couple of ground balls. Josh Osich staying out there for another inning after he gave up 2 runs on 2 hits, 20 pitches in the 6th.
Yeah, normally you don't want your starter to get on base in this situation, but I kind of want to see the hitting streak stay alive.
Yeah. And after a day off tomorrow, the Giants have the Dodgers coming in for a 4-game series, including an 8-night doubleheader on Saturday. So he doesn't want to wear out his bullpen in this game today. Scherzer will take it easy down the line, and he should. First out, 7th inning. That was one of those times you just dial it back and get in the dugout.
Yeah.
Top of the order, Trey Turner.
Trey having a nice day with 3 hits and a stolen base. Couple with 2 strikes.
And that off speed really had him bending his knees trying to get to that one. And a ball hit to left, hooking away from Blanco, and it's off his glove. 2 bags for Trey Turner, and now he has a 4-hit day.
You know, left field's a sun field here late in the game. I don't know if Blanco had trouble seeing this, but it was in the air a while. And he had to go a long way. I don't know if wind affected it or not, but the route he took led me to believe that he didn't see that ball initially, and Trey Turner will definitely take the double. See that ball hanging up there for a while. He was playing him in left center, so he had a long ways to go. But Trey Turner with a 4-knock day.
Yeah, Turner and Stevenson a combined 8 for 9 today. They got Matt Adams 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs.
This club needed this day, didn't they?
Yes, sir.
It's nice.
Wilmer Defoe, right-handed, is 2 for 20. He's got some pop from this side of the plate as well. Off speed by Osich had him extending.
How about Trey Turner? He came in hitting 232 today. Now he's hitting 260 after a 4 for 5.
Welcome to April, when it's like double jeopardy where the scores can really change.
That is nice. That'll make for a nice plane ride back to DC today.
Ten runs on 15 hits. The Nats had 14 hits in that 13-7 win at Cincinnati, so getting some highs in some new categories here, and that's always a good thing. Nats were down to 10th in the league in runs scored coming into today, and that thing right under Defoe's hands. Hundley couldn't get it. And Turner to third with 1 out.
How's Bob Henley looking today?
You mean the ghost of Bob Henley?
Yeah, he's pretty pale. He didn't look well.
The thing I like, though, is he's had plenty of company.
Yeah, he's looking a little peaked.
Defoe robbed by Brandon Belt. Ball was labeled for the right field corner. 2 outs. Next up, lefty-lefty matchup, and Bryce singled against Osich last time up. What a day. Just after 3 p.m. here in San Francisco. 59 at game time. Like I said earlier, I wish the Giants played all day games when the Nats came out here. This place is as good as it gets. Right now, unofficially, it's gone up 1 degree. Bryce on base twice. A walk, a run, a steal, and a single. And another one very close to the bullpen mound. Starting to think that playing left field for the Giants is one of the most hazardous defensive positions in baseball.
Yeah, right field too. Washington D.C. Lexus dealers donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 taters hit by the Nats this year. Lexus, experience amazing. He hit one today.
And how? Corey Guerin. That would probably be for the 8th, or in this inning if it gets to Taylor. Another lefty Adams waiting. 2 outs and an 0-2. And by the way, if you've been wondering, no activity at all in the right field bullpen. Max Scherzer's at 99 pitches, 74 strikes. And a bouncer. Hundley stayed quiet and blocked it straight down. Another one.
Bryce, a little assist there.
And Bryce Harper walking for the 2nd time today and the 32nd time this year.
32 walks in 24 games.
And by the way, speaking of Bryce, Nats releasing a memo today that the Dream Foundation will be dedicating Bryce Harper Field at the Tacoma Community Center up in Northwest DC. Sometime in early May. Stay tuned for details on that. Of course, Ryan Zimmerman Field, very close to Nationals Park. And that got Adams on the way by, and maybe that's the last pitch Osich throws in this inning with a right-hander coming up, and just like that, the bases are loaded. Giants checking to make sure that Guerin's ready.
Bruce Bochy on the top step. He's locked and loaded, and here he comes.
Rough ride for the lefty Osich.
All right, so let's check it out on the Verizon X mode just to prove it. Right on that part sticking out by about what, the 4th button? Hit him on the button. That's not going to leave a mark. Fios, the 100% fiber optic network, means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com. We'll be right back with more offense.
Hey. Loving the numbers. 10-15-0 Nats, 2-5-0 Giants. Michael A. Taylor against Cody Guerin for the first time.
Yeah, fastball slider change. Fastball 92.
th big league appearance for Corey, all in relief. Man, that one a lot of bend to it, and Nick Hundley has had a workout behind the plate today, and it all started with Jeff Samardzija with a bunch of balls in the dirt in the very first inning. So Turner doubled. Harper not intentionally walked. It was a regular 3-2 walk, and then Adams' first pitch hit by a fastball. 1-1 to Taylor. And down the line, and here comes Turner. Nobody's home except the umpire. Catcher and pitcher both went for the ball, and the Nationals lead 11-2, and 3 runners move up.
Long ricochet here. Nick Hundley's been doing a nice job of keeping the ball close, but that slider went off his foot. Did you see that? Nice read by Trey. Nobody at home. Slide to get dirty and maybe to slow down a little bit.
Called a pass ball. 1-2 now to Taylor.
What's up, Bryce? Five for 5? What do you think? I'm in.
Hey, he's going to get another at bat in this game, and maybe 2. Who knows?
Game face. He doesn't care if it's 11-2.
Yeah, right now to Max it's a 2-2 ball game, or maybe he's ahead 3-2. Taylor on 1-2. That one tailing right past his back knee. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Trevor Gott. You know, Max did hit. That doesn't mean he's going to pitch, but Gott is now just starting to warm. And Max is at 99 pitches. You know, he probably like to pitch another inning, but it's up to the skipper.
Long season. I don't think there's a need to send him back out again.
I agree.
He got 9-run lead. Why send your Cy Young Award winner out there for more if your bullpen can't hold a 9-run lead, then, which they can. I'm just saying there's no need to push Max anymore, I don't think, unless he's like, hey, I want to go out there. I mean, he's got his reasons.
Now it's 3-2. And Taylor stays alive. Michael A. not known for long at bats, but here comes pitch number 8, and he'll draw the walk, and the bases are loaded again.
Oh, you can turn a great day into a super duper double secret great day right here if you're Andrew Stevenson.
And guess who's 1 for 1 against Corey Guerin? Andrew Stevenson.
I mean, this could be a career day. When do you ever have a chance to get 5 hits and drive in some more runs? And I mean, this doesn't happen. What we got? Something on the field?
We're looking down toward the Nats bullpen. All right, we're ready. Stevenson 3 RBIs, bookending 2 doubles around 2 singles. Fastball tailing way outside.
Be greedy. You never know when these days present themselves as a major leaguer. Easy to say, but don't be satisfied with 4. Get yourself 5. Why not?
Not even close with the first 2.
Driver's seat. Let it rip.
Now we're told Max is getting handshakes in the dugout. 3-0. Corey Guerin not close with any of these.
No green light. Can't wake anybody up by 9.
And the Nats in the lead 12-2. A 4th RBI today for Stevenson. So Guerin walks the first 2 he faces. Sanchez next. So Kurt Young, the pitching coach, trying to get this guy back in the strike zone. Moises Sierra will hit for Sanchez here. Or pardon me, running now for Adams. No, wait a minute. Taylor. So Michael A will get the rest of the day off, and Sierra will play some outfield.
Snowball fight right now. Having trouble finding the strike zone.
Wow.
Michael A. talking to Paul Lassard, head trainer.
Playable left side. Sandoval to Tomlinson. And they get it around the horn there. So that's it for the Nats in the 7th, but they are up to 12. That's a former mascot of the Giants. It quite honestly didn't last that long, but they've got a nice kiosk out there.
No, that thing was the worst mascot ever. He used to get pelted as it walked on the field. Fans would throw stuff at it. They hated it so much.
Yeah, that was definitely beneath San Francisco fandom, the crazy crab. So Trevor Gott, come in, throw strikes, go after guys, and maybe with a little help at the back end, get your teammates on the plane. Sierra to right, Bautista to center, so Bryce and Michael A. have the rest of the day off. And it is a straight up switch. Bautista in the 3rd spot for Bryce Harper. So before a day off, good to get some guys off their feet at the tail end of a long road trip.
Yeah, it's just what Dave Martinez ordered today. His ace went out and was an ace. We got no doubt about that. His team was ready from the get-go.
And this one in front of Stevenson. Andrew will keep it close. Austin Jackson checks in with a base hit. Toby Tomlinson still batting in the number 9 spot.
I know it's
hitting in the 5th. He walked. Go ahead.
Excuse me, Carl. I know it sounds silly to a lot of people, but it was something small in the 1st inning that I saw. Wilmer Defoe's been the energy for this club all year, and it was a routine fly ball to center off the bat of Bryce Harper. And he tagged up and went to second base. He dove Pete Rose head first into 3rd. And it was just kind of a little thing that says, hey, we're here to play today.
Yeah.
You know, just something little like that can spark a ball club. And maybe some guys saw it on the bench, some guys didn't. Maybe I'm making way too much of it. But in my experience, is something little like that shows everybody we came to play today. And then you got the base hit by Adams, Michael A. with a walk, Andrew Stevenson with a double. And they were kind of off, you know, right out of the gate because, you know, he got on with an infield single. He tagged up on a short fly ball to center and got his uniform dirty. And maybe I'm making more of it than it is, but when your team is struggling a little bit, something like that could wake everybody up.
No, I don't think you're exaggerating at all. I'm right there with you.
We look at the big things like 12 runs, 15 hits. Max Scherzer struck out 10 again, which is all amazing. But something little early on can spark a ball club, and I think Wilmer did a nice job today.
He took the sure out, by the way, on that ground ball a moment ago. You're up big. Take the outs wherever they are, as stress-free as you can. That's what he did. Oh, yeah, he got it. 2 outs. Ball hit sharply. And now Evan Longoria will be the pinch hitter in the pitcher's spot.
Trust your gut, pick the right player, get one step closer to winning $5.6 million. Download Beat the Streak today in the App Store on MLB.com/BTS. Or you pick a different player to get a hit every day and they beat Joe DiMaggio's streak, you win 5.6. I'm in.
So you pick a hitter every day for 56 days or 57, and
yeah, you can pick the same guy.
You're a bazillionaire.
5 days in a row, you pick a different hitter to get a hit.
Interesting.
It's hard. They have to get a knock every night. So you go with a hot guy for a while, then you try to you look at matchups. My kids have done it.
So it's kind of a pick to click thing, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
I think you can pick 2 hitters a day too. I'm not sure. You get a mulligan.
Tell you what, it has been an interesting day between the pitcher's mound, the batter's box, and the backstop. Awkward swing and a miss. Trevor Gott gave up a base hit, got 3 in a row, and now to the 8th. It's all Nats by 10. Godley, 3-1, 3.09 ERA, right-hander for the first place Diamondbacks, who right now are 16-6. They're off to a great start. So Steven Strasburg. 101 starts at Nats Park. He's 42-23 with a 289. Johnny and Ray. Nats Extra, 6:30 Friday. Roberto Gomez just called up. Monday night starter who pitched well against the Nats. Chris Stratton went on the paternity list for several days, so they called up Gomez, and here he is out of the bullpen. I've got him for 7 big league appearances, totaling 9 innings.
Yeah, 3/4 delivery, 95 average on the fastball. Slider curveball change to complement the heater.
Ball slapped to the right side. Tomlinson, and then Brandon Belt had to do a bit of a move to get away from Severino, and he dropped the ball. The throw did pull him off the bag, it appeared. We'll see how they score it.
Well, Pedro Severino, the only Nat trying to check in without a hit today. I think they ruled that an error on Brandon Belt.
He did.
But he didn't throw it up the line. Strange call right there.
So here's Bautista. On the scoreboard, they had it as a straight up switch in the 3 spot, but obviously now it's not. So he's already in the game, and he bats and he pops it up right side for Tomlinson. 1 out, 8th inning.
All right, just like we promised, it's time for the Miller Lite Hold True moment. How about some trade time with your Miller Lite today? Scooting down to first, check out 31.3 feet per second. I'm so excited I can't even see it. That's the highest feet per second I've seen this year. 30 is elite. So he's flying all over the campsite today, hitting bullets everywhere, stealing bases, tagging up on fly balls, wild pitches in the dirt. He had to slide there, or else he'd still be running. He'd be out on 101, maybe on the Bay Bridge, so that's why he slid on that. He's going for hit number 5 right now. What a day for Trey by the Bay. He can play.
Okay. Curveball drops in. You didn't say no way, did you? Okay. There's Austin L. Adams. Two count. Turner, and that ball eats up Brandon Belt. Pops up in the air, slows down Severino easily to third. That's going to be a hit, and Trey Turner has 5 hits in a row today.
Second career 5-hit game for Trey Turner. And this ball was scorched. Glad they called it a hit. I was wondering. But a nice day. His average at 267 now. He started at 232 and he's up to 267 with the 5-hit day. How about that?
Defoe bouncer. So they get 1 at second base, and coming in Severino to score, and the Nats lead 13-2. That'll be an unearned run, but an RBI for Wilmer.
I mean, this is what they needed, but you know what, Carver, thinking about this is what Nats fans needed. You know, a nice laugher, relax a little bit into an off day. Everybody be at the ballpark on Friday wearing red. You know, a step back from the ledge win for the fans. I like it. Get home in your white uni, get into some sort of rhythm and a routine at home with a nice long homestand. The weather's going to warm up. It's a big win.
I like all of it. Loud sound off the bat of the pinch hitter, Howie Kendrick, and that ball gets away, goes into the seats. So Howie's going to second at least. Defoe to third. It's going to be a base hit and a throwing error on Pablo Sandoval. Turning into an ugly afternoon for the home team.
Howie checking in. Nice glove play by the Panda, and then I don't think Brandon Belt wanted to crash into Howie Kendrick as the throw went up the line.
So Howie 4 for 7 in the series after that. It's another chance for Matt Adams to do some big time damage. He's been the power guy today. One and one.
Seagulls are here. Flying around.
They're sensing, and you said last night you think they can read the scoreboard.
They do.
know. They see a 13-2 score. There will be extra food available with some folks leaving early.
Yeah. They know what inning it is. They do.
And a 1-1 coming.
They have their Bob Carpenter scorebooks taped to their back. And they know that it's the 8th inning right now. Yep, those are the veteran ones, like I always say. Why waste energy flying in circles? They're just going to sit there. They're the older ones. Those are the ones that have 10 years in the majors. The rookies are flying around. Those are the stupid ones.
That ball is killed out to right center. A long, long way by Matt Adams. 2 more runs will score. The Nats have a new season high 15. And Matt Adams has a 6 RBI day.
Have a day, Matt Adams. He is a triple shy of the cycle.
I thought he was going to get one there, but he wasn't going to do something silly and try to get over to third base in a blowout game. Moises Sierra will get his first at bat. As fans know, I tweet out the scorebook after the game. Today's is going to be a mess in a really good way. I haven't had this much ink in the book in a long, long time. Your card is starting to quiver.
Yeah, mine looks stupid right now, but it's good stupid.
Moises Sierra, 9 for 34 with 4 RBIs, 265. And a rough return to the big leagues here for Roberto Gomez. That's it. The Nats pick up a bunch of unearned runs, 15-2.
180 to 262.
That's a blowout.
I mean, they're really swinging it today. Trey Turner, second career 5-hit game. Andrew Stevenson, my hero of the day, 4-hit game. And Max Scherzer, his 68th career game with 10 strikeouts. It's time for Jimmy John's delivery of the game. Max Scherzer delivered as an ace today. There's no doubt about it. We were thinking it on the way to the ballpark. Why not, right? You do your job like he always does every 5th day. The offense got him some runs early, and Max was cheering in the dugout after the 3-run first. We had some great shots of him into it from the get-go, and another great day for Max as Austin L. Adams takes the mound. I mean,
26 years of age. Had a bit of a rough debut last year. Was in Cincinnati, I think, at the end of a ball game, and Reds roughed him up a little bit. But here he is back in the big leagues. Nationals get him back to the majors. Traded in the Danny Espinosa deal by the Angels with Cal McGowan for Danny, December 10th of 16. And a ground ball to the right side. Gorkys Hernandez, his first at bat today, and Wilmer Defoe throws him out. Belt and Sandoval the next two.
Yes.
About the only bright spot for the Giants today. Brandon Belt tripled and got his hitting streak to 8 games.
the stuff is there for Austin. It's just a matter of controlling it. If he can.
Yeah, it's a big arm.
You'd think there'd be some innings to be had. If he can show his skipper he can be consistent with the heater in the zone. He's got great stuff.
All right, Brandon Belt not satisfied with 1 hit to extend his streak, and he's going to slap one out to center. 2 for 4 day. He's over 300 now. Sandoval is next, and Pablo's had 2 hits. In the dirt and well blocked by Severino. Ball had some life on it.
We've been talking about unwritten rules a lot today, but when you're down by 13, Brandon Belt on first, nobody holding him on, it's frowned upon if you go here, which I never really understood. Not that you're going to have a 13-run 8th, but you can ruffle some feathers if you're Belt and you go here with a lot of ball clubs. I don't know about Dave Martinez and the Nats. But I always felt like if you're not going to hold me on, I don't care what the score is. I'm going to try to keep playing hard and score runs.
Good fastball in there.
But I think it's kind of a you're not stealing, we're not stealing thing. But it's one thing I never have understood. I mean, I understand how it could wake some people up, so to speak.
2 on, 1 out here. By the way, just got a message from a good friend of ours back with the Nats, Sean Bertani, who does such a great job with the Nats and community relations. We want everybody to know that that Bryce Harper field that I mentioned a couple of innings ago, that new one going up in Northwest DC, is funded by Bryce. Ryan Zimmerman put a lot of his own funds into Ryan Zimmerman Field, and Bryce instrumental in this one, and it's a wonderful thing for our guys to give back to the DC community. So well done, gentlemen, and we'll look forward to Bryce's dedication. That will be a fantastic thing for DC Northwest. Ryan Zimmerman, you can play football, soccer, baseball, softball in his field.
Hit taters on the freeway. That's what I would try to do on his field.
Of course you would. This one shallow, left center. Stevenson made the early call. 2 down.
Are you following us on Twitter yet? Well, let's go. Shake yourself. Check out Massa Nationals for the latest Nats news, highlights, and more. Tweet us today. That's Massa Nationals on Twitter. At Scorebook Bob. Follow him. He'll block you.
I don't block anybody.
He's not afraid to block
something about you.
Not afraid to block people.
They say something bad about you, they're blocked.
Thanks. You're a good teammate. Block bad.
I'd say, hey, you.
Block him.
Block him.
Block everybody.
Coach says I never blocked anybody in high school, so finally. Nick Conley 1 for 3. RBI double. And this one for the waiting Trey Turner. Guess who has another at bat coming up? I already have one guy with 5 hits today. Is Andrew next? Spring sales event. By Night Point Systems, they offer the technology you need when you need it. And by American Standard Heating and Air. Find your local independent American Standard Heating and Air dealer at MidAtlanticComfort.com. That's the Bay Bridge. Got a lot of new skyscrapers in San Fran. The pyramid's not the tallest anymore, is it?
No, there's some that are tilting too.
There's one I know that's a tilt.
Boys looking forward to a happy plane ride home, a nice off day. Wash some clothes, take your stuff to the dry cleaners, and be ready for the Diamondbacks on Friday.
Another inning for Roberto Gomez, just called up, trying to help out his ball club and his manager's bullpen here. Stevenson up there hacking. Top of the 9th underway.
Everyone looking on. to see if Andrew get his 5th hit today.
This is going to be to left. It's going to carry a ways. Blanco there. And Andrew Stevenson will take a 4 for 5 with a walk and 4 runs batted in. Came into the day with 2 major league RBIs.
I'll tell you what, as a player, Carp, there's nothing better than being absolutely drained on a long flight after you play a great game. You just sit back, relax, and say, I got nothing left. I'm just going to chill. I'm beat. It's a good feeling. There's a lot of guys today that are going to say that.
And Sanchez will get jammed. Fly ball short right. Tomlinson. 2 down.
There's some seagulls already eating in the upper deck.
Crowd of 35,126, almost probably 90% of them gone. Carlos Torres.
Is he up in the upper deck?
For the bottom of the 9th.
They're starting to feast. Not on people, but scraps.
Too bad Alfred Hitchcock never got to see a game here.
I mean, if they're really hungry, they'll go for your eyes. But right now, there's plenty of food. I can't believe a fly ball hasn't hit one of these. Remember Deion James was playing left field at Shea Stadium and the ball hit a seagull. Or maybe it was Toronto.
And he went. 1, 2, 3, go the Nats. And by the way, that's the first time today that happened. 15-2. When you get to Treasure Island, you're about halfway to Oakland, right? Lots of basketball excitement over there. I happened to be standing in one of the restaurants here in the ballpark last night when the Warriors clinched, and they were psyched and happy and all excited about another deep playoff run in the NBA. So the Nats celebrate that with a big time effort today. 15 runs and 18 hits, and Carlos Torres will try to take care of the last 3 outs of this in his 3rd Nats appearance.
Well, lots of cutters from Carlos. 48% of the time this year, 68% of the time last year. It averages 92 miles an hour.
Fastball up to Austin Jackson. 1 for 3. Base hit last time against Trevor Gott back in the 7th. So Gott a scoreless inning on 1 hit. Austin Adams a scoreless 8th on 1 hit and a walk. And now Torres trying to put this thing away. This one slapped out to center. Tracking it, Bautista, 1 out. Kelby Tomlinson next. Friday night, Nats Extra 6:30, Johnny and Ray. And then 7:05, Steven Strasburg against the D-backs on what should be the opener of a very fun and entertaining series between two good ball clubs. Uh-oh. That was a breaking ball that just didn't do anything.
Well, we talked about in the 9th inning last night about this team's getting tested, and this would kind of show how they responded today. You know, character check, so to speak. You know, you're on the road, you're having a tough road trip as far as wins and losses go. How would they rebound from that loss last night? And
yeah,
it's one game, but they definitely answered that question.
Am I seeing this right? 14 of the runs today driven in with 2 outs.
And
wow.
You know, Carp, you think about it. The Mets, a first place team. The Dodgers, 104 wins last year. And the West Coast trip. 4-5 isn't the worst trip in the world. You know, I've seen disastrous West Coast swings and really bad trips against good teams. So 4-5, coming back to Nats Park, you start to settle in, get into a rhythm. Confidence up with a lot of hitters after today, and I'm just telling you that 4-5 trip is not that bad, and very okay. Dodger Stadium's always been a tough place to win.
Yep.
And
I guess the only bummer about it was the Nats won 3 of the first 4, so immediately our expectations just got raised high for the trip. Max beat the Dodgers after the 2 out of 3 in New York. So a rough patch, and then the stopper comes out and does exactly what you and I talked about at the opening of our telecast today. It's what stoppers and aces do. They stop losing streaks and they extend winning streaks. And Max is about to be 5-1. 2-2 with 1 out. Ty Block. He started against the Nats last night. Remember, we told you he can hack. He's a good hitter. The number 2 spot is the pitcher's spot. But maybe he's not batting after all. Now, way too fast is Blanco for that. And the Nats 1 out to get and then heading home. 4-6 on the fielder's choice.
there's so many seagulls. There's like a billion. Look at him. That doesn't even do it justice. And if you didn't think I was going to notice him in a 15-2 game with my ADD setting in, you're crazy.
Had to be 15-2.
Look, squirrel.
Ty Block 1 for 10 this year, but he's got a really good career batting average of 230 or so. So the Giants have to get ready for their hated arch rivals coming in Friday for a 4-game series. Nats will try to help out both of these clubs by knocking off the D-backs a couple of times, and that's a strike. 1-1. Ball gets away. Hey, why not one more of those before we sign off? It's just been that kind of a crazy day. Catchers Severino and Hundley have been blocking and lunging and doing whatever they can today. Two and one to Ty Block.
Oof, did you see that flyby right there? Here they are. Yeah. Like, oh. Ooh. Whoa.
I mean, flying right through our line of sight, and this game is over. The Seagulls can have the ballpark. We're out of here. The Nationals pound out 18 hits. Matt Adams, Andrew Stevenson, Trey Turner, and Max Scherzer have huge days. And by the way, the Nats play another errorless game. They're one of the top 3 defensive teams in the league right now, and that's been going on every day. Didn't want to say that until the last out had been made. So the Nats win it by 13. We're coming home to see all of you who we missed dearly on Friday night. Steven Strasburg and the D-backs. Coverage begins 6:30 on MASN. This has been a presentation of MASN. Johnny and Ray with a lot of stuff to talk to you about in a moment from San Fran. See you later.